welcome to my channel. So today I'm doing my August colouring book bag. August, right? I know. I don't even. Anyway, so if you're not familiar with this type of video, basically this is a sort of tag idea that was started by Colouring Chat with Sammie. I'll leave a link to her below. But basically the idea is that instead of looking at your whole colouring book collection each month and thinking, oh, I'll pick out a page or I'll pick out a book here, each month you pull out a selection of books, like a short list of books that you would quite like to work on. You don't have to work on them. It's not a rule that you have to colour all these books. It also ensures that when you pick out your selections for your bag, you're kind of looking at your whole collection at once and not just getting to the first book you see going, oh, I'll colour in that, and you pick that out and you don't look at anything else past that book. Whereas this makes sure you have a nice sort of eclectic choice, shortlisted. So these here are part of my 10 books to finish, and they basically appear every month in the book bag. So I don't actually show them. If you want to see that, you'll have to watch the 10 books to finish video. But yeah, this is just like representing them. So I'll just get them out of the way and we'll get started with what's in the colouring book bag. Okay, so we'll start with this one because we've seen this one for the last couple of months. We're doing a kind of informal colour along for this. I've been doing it in colouring chats. I think I only got to work on it once this month though, but don't worry, that's coming up. I've got a colouring chat planned for next week. But this is what we're working in The Circle of Life by Mel Pomini, Chatsy Pens U2. And yeah, so if you're interested in seeing how that is all coming together, I'll put a link up in the corner to the sort of chat playlist. And yeah, so definitely going to be working on 1 month. I'll actually get that finished, but it wasn't this month, so who knows, maybe next month. But this does set the sort of tone for the bag this month because I thought I would have a bit of a whip month. Now, I don't have a problem with having long-term whips, but every now and again I'll sort of have a little focus just to get maybe 1 or 2 out the way with, or get to work on even if I don't finish it, even if I can just do a bit of work on something, then it's a win. So I've got 2 whips. This is actually one of my 10 books to finish as well. So this is World of Flowers by Johanna Basford. I've got Christmas paper on it to stop the cover being damaged, but I've got 2 whips in here, so I thought, well, maybe we'll give this a crack. So this is one I've done. I've only done this bottom corner one so far, and it's actually a colour along, you know, tutorial video thing that is being done by Chris Cheng. And I don't generally do colour alongs, which is perhaps the reason why I've not actually got back to it, because I do really like how it turned out. But it was just so slow because you're constantly starting and stopping and starting and stopping the video while you get caught up with what they're doing. But I feel like I'm kind of committed, because if I colour in these, I can't colour as well as that normally. So if I colour these like normal, then that one's probably going to look a bit weird because it'll look better than the other 3. So I think I'm kind of committed. So I need to find out those Chris Cheng tutorials and maybe at least do one of these things so we get a bit closer. The other option I've got in here is I've got a little gel pen page going. It's actually being done with my dual metallics, Pentel dual metallics, so you can see they're like super shiny. Ordinarily I wouldn't colour a whole picture like this. In fact, I don't really do wallpaper pages very often, but I remember I had a really bad day, like a grumpy day, and I was just dealing with like incompetence, let's put it that way. It was that kind of frustration. I was just like, right, I need gel pens, because glitter gel pens are like my fallback to make me everything is better with glitter gel pens. So I just pulled out this and was doing a bit of yeah, a wallpaper page. I don't know why, especially as there's like a double page spread of it. So not the most effective use of my Pentel dual metallics, but I'm committed now, so maybe I'll do like a bit more of that as well. Anyway, let's get that over there. Another whip that I wouldn't mind working on. So this is a whip that I actually did in the, I think it was in the, what was it? It might have been a This or That tag that I did in Fragile World by Kirby Rosanis. And this is done with watercolour pencils, which I don't use the watercolour pencils very much. And I do really like how it's turning out. I mean, there'll be a little bit shading going over the top just to bring up the contrast. But I really liked how that turned out. And I've never managed to get back to it. So I think my goal for this month, at least, is to do the other tree trunk. that there's the bottom of the tree trunk, because it was so easy, quick and easy to do. Watercolour pencils are, good for covering good amounts of space. So that is on my radar. Fingers crossed. This one was in last month's book bag. Unfortunately, I didn't, I've got this ongoing whip, and I do want to get back to it. I'm doing it with the Faber-Castell Pit Artist brush pens, and yeah, I'd hope to at least just like my problem at the moment is like these last few things, what colours to do things without. Sorry, I just paused there. There was somebody at the traffic lights was honking their horn. So yeah, it's basically decision making, because I don't want to add to the palette. So I just need to decide what I want to do with these little things. And yeah, so that's another one. That one's not far from being done either. Another whip that I'm pretty sure I featured earlier on in the summer, because I thought maybe I would do it. I would be inspired to do it because it's flowers. Where is it? Come on. There it is. So this is from Botanicum by Maria Trolle. And I was doing this with luminance pencils, so I've basically only got like the sort of the pansies and the leaves done. But it's going to be so easy. I got some like nice little, I don't know whether to do purple berry, probably you do them as blackberries, and then got some rose hips here, and like that one is another one that's really easy to do and finish. And yet I don't seem to be able to get to it. So one of these, I don't know which one, I want at least one whip finished, preferably two. So here's another one. And if you've been on my channel for a while, you might actually recognise it, because this was another whip. This was another picture that I was doing like sort of live in a sort of colour and chat, and then I kind of fizzled out on it. And I was using the Arteza water brush pens to do this, and I wasn't using it with a water brush. I was doing it straight colouring and blending. And this is our little dragon from Colouring Heaven. And yeah, I mean, this really has just got some leaves and things to do. I've got to decide what to do with these windows. But yeah, I mean, that seems fairly straightforward as well to do. I don't want to say I lost my mojo with it, but I lost my rhythm, and I just didn't have much desire to. I just noticed I've missed a bit. Look, his foot's on the stump. That should be tree. But yeah, I've kind of lost my rhythm, and that meant I've not got back to it. So maybe that one. That was from the Dragons in Nature special by Anastasia Ellie Coldrever. Okay, so my next book is this Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. So this is an oldish book. I've got two whips in here, and it's actually a really, really cheap book that I bought in Ollie's one year when I was on holiday in the States. So that £1.99, that's about £1.60 or something in the UK. So really, really cheapy book. It's obviously a very good book. The paper is lovely in here as well. But it's all the original illustrations. And I've got two whips in here. So this is my first one, which is like a spread of the Rose Garden. And I've been doing that in the very few ink tents that I've got. So even if I didn't know what to do with the rest, I could at least do like the rest of the roses and get them done. But I've not touched that in ages. It was more, to be fair, when you sort of decide to test out something, and I thought, I'll just test it on a few flowers, and then you end up colouring more than you planned for a test. So it was a test page, and this is another test page that I did. So this is one that I did with luminance pencils. I've literally only done, I was practicing skin tones, to be honest, and I wanted to try something a bit different, because this is the front cover. And it's got that kind of old-fashioned feel to it, kind of yellows and green olivey undertone. So I thought I'd try that. I mean, I was semi-successful, considering what I'm like with skin tones. It's actually really good. But I wouldn't mind coming back and just finishing her off. I think that picture might appear somewhere else in the book as well. But she's the one I've started, so I could try it and do her with her dress. So maybe that. And then that's it for the whips. So to be honest, if I get one of those like big pictures done, I will be super happy. That'll be like job done. So this is onto some more easier no thinky type ones. This is lots of dots. I got this earlier in the year. I've only done one picture in it, but I really like this kind of pointillism style of it's basically a colour by number, but it's colour by colour, I should say. And you get like, they give you what the images look like, and then at the back you get your, you know, your version to colour in. And I'd really want to do more of these. I wouldn't mind if I could do a couple of these, to be honest, but at least one. So yeah, lots of dots by Anna and Sheena. By the way, I will leave links below as usual in the description. So the next one I've got is a Creative Haven book, Wish You Were Here. I've not coloured in this yet. I've got it a few months back, and it's time. I would quite like to colour in this one. There's lots of really cool pictures. I really like her style. I don't know why I'm not coloured in this yet, because I do like this kind of, I don't know, usually I don't go for the heavier key lines, but the heavy line art, but I like it for this. I can't explain why. So I really want to try and do a picture in this, because yeah, I need to go on holiday, and I can't go on holiday. In fact, I just cancelled my vacation just yesterday because of the lurgy that shall not be named. So yeah, that one. Okay, next one is this one is a mandala book called Mandalas and Chill. This book was actually sent to the channel for review. I have done a flip through of this, but it's by Mrs. Mauve, and I do like my mandalas, as you well know, and I didn't get the chance to colour in it this month. So this one, it needs some love, and yeah, so that is on my list to colour. More mandalas as well, because same situation. I bought this in an Amazon haul, and I didn't get the chance to colour in it in July, and I really wanted to. Well, I might. I've got 2 days left. Who knows? Maybe 2 days of July. Maybe when maybe I can squeeze it in. But yeah, this is I really love this mandala book. It's because it's like the 3D effects, so it's got these shadows, and it just and they're not hard. Well, some of them are really easy. Perhaps that's a good idea. I'm going to try and colour in this. Maybe this will be in the July finish pages. But yeah, this is the 3D mandala colouring book by Radu Frazi. 50 mandalas in that. This book, Kawaii Girls. I love this book. It's it's the 4-in-1 book from Jade Summer, and I have not done many in it yet. I only got it earlier in the year, but I love it. So I would like to really do another picture from this, while my energy for it is high, because like sometimes if I don't touch a book for a while, I'm just like, then I never go back to it unless I force myself. But this one I really want to colour in, and I've not had the chance to colour in it as much as I would like. So yeah, that one is the Kawaii Girls Jade Summer. Then next we have this one. So this is the Disney Silhouettes Art Therapy Coloriage. So Silhouettes Magiques. So the concept of this book, I just mentioned this in my recent, what was this? In the Olympic tag, the colouring tag, and of favourite books. And now this isn't one of my 10 books to finish, but it is one of my favourite books. I know, it makes no sense. I think it's just because there's so many detailed pages that the practical part of me thought I would never get it done, but in theory I would love to get this finished, but it did remind me that I hadn't coloured in this book for ages. So the concept here, I'll show you one that I've done. So the concept is, I'll show you the blank one. So this is the blank image, and you have the silhouette, and then in the middle you can do what you like. So you can paint, this time I painted it black. I had to paint it black because I had an accident and that involved a huge smudge of gel pen. So the white was no longer white. So we went for Posca, because black Posca fixes everything. But you can leave them white, or you can colour them in, or you can paint them black, or I don't know, whatever you like. And but it's some really, really cool images. Like we've got an Elsa. So you could have like the blue palettes. I mean, when I did that Donald one, I went to Google and I was like, what's Donald Duck's palette? So you can do these pictures, the Zootopia one, you can do these pictures in like the palette of the characters that it's featuring. So this is Beast. And yeah, so I would really like to do one of these. We got a Maleficent there. So yeah, that is my goal because I do really like this book. Really like this book, and I'd never colour in it. I just like looking at it. Anyway, that is it for the month. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy videos like this, give me a thumbs up, and yeah, let me know in the comments what you plan to colour in for the month of August, if you have any plans. Take care and see you again soon. Bye for now. Bye.